All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Now, on today's episode of Clown World, this liberal white woman refers to all white people, all, even the liberal ones, as a brainwashed cult. Let's take a look.
The racism is so strong in one of the bluest cities in the nation. And I have no doubt that if Roe hadn't been overturned, we would have been looking at a red wave. So I'm saying all this because I understand exactly what liberal women feel. It's not me, it's that evangelical bitch over there. It's those crazy fascists. We don't understand that we are part of the ecosystem of the oppressor class, and when we don't do anything about the oppressor class, we are just part of the problem. So we are joined to those evangelical women. We are joined to those privileged women because we are also benefiting from the oppression that they vote for. And do we actually vote ever against our own oppression? Against our own privilege? No. Because you know what happens? We go to a protest, we do the thing, but when it really comes time to show up, there's always something a little off about that leader or that person. Because the racism is so profoundly strong. And we are brainwashed. And when you talk about evangelical women being in a cult, they are in a higher level of the cult we are in, which is the cult of white supremacy. Liberalism is its own version of that cult. We just hold intellectual men in academia in the place of all those pastors. And don't they do all the same things with sexual abuse and all that crap? But what they do is they say, oh, you can have a right to choose whether or not to have a child. They're not as concerned with the propagation of tons of white children. Just a couple, right? They got to make sure they have a couple, maybe through a couple marriages. It's all white women because it's not just how we vote. It's what we do and who we are.
All right, guys, I'll be honest. That was a little bit difficult for me to follow along to. She lost me in that monologue multiple times, but it's interesting. Black liberals and white liberals will come at me and say I'm a self-loathing black man, but this is literally, quite literally, what a self-loathing white woman looks like. She clearly hates the color of her skin. If she could, she's probably done blackface. If she could be black, I'm sure she would just be black, so that way she could really be down with the cause. Because according to her, nothing that she does is good enough. Even based on her own explanation, she isn't even doing enough. And that's what I don't understand about these people who are obsessed with race and obsessed with being a anti-racist. Where does it end? One of the pushbacks that I, as a black conservative, get from black liberals is that, white people have it easy enough in this country. Why are you fighting for white people when they can fight for themselves? They're doing just fine. But I don't want to live in a world where the color of your skin determines, if you're a piece of crap or not. It should be about your character. It should be about, your morals and your values. Being born white does not mean that you're a racist. The same way that being born black doesn't mean that you're a degenerate thug. You have to go out into the world and show your true character, show your true colors. That's how we determine who you are. We've completely gone over the edge of sanity. And the saddest part about all of this is that being this woke as a white woman doesn't even absolve her from being called a racist still. That's why these super woke white liberals come out and end up saying things like, yeah, I'm racist no matter what, because deep down inside, they know that it's nothing they could do. They could try to be as down with the cause as they want to be, but if they make one slip up, it's over with for them. White liberals with this mindset, I truly wonder, have you ever even spent any time with black people? Has she ever actually spent any time with black folks? Has she gone to the chicken shop? Has she been at the dinner table? Because if it's one thing I know, a proud black person does not want a white savior. We don't need it. Take that somewhere else. Matter of fact, get rid of it because it's just not necessary. To all the race hustlers out there, these are the type of people that you help to create. Every time you want to absolve black people of any personal responsibility and put something on the white people and, blame it all on the oppressors and the oppressor class and white people are racist at birth and, all of these crazy fringe types of thinking, that definitely is a cult. And this lady is in it. If she not just in it, then she the ringleader, because that is definitely some cultish behavior, some cultish talking points. I know many black people, and out of all of them that I know, most of them, if not all, would think that this lady is just talking absolutely ridiculously. It's only the extremely woke who can get behind and support a lady speaking like this. People of color, listen to me, because this is your true enemy. People who want to absolve you of personal responsibility and autonomy, and who want to absolve you of making the right and wrong choices whenever you do something wrong and blame it on white people. These people are the antithesis to your progress. It's well known that everyone isn't born with the same social economic status in life. Everyone isn't born at the same start on the Monopoly board. But with that being said, as a white person who may be born, well off or in a better circumstance than many others, it's not your job to bring up everyone beneath you and raise them up. Every person individually has a responsibility to themselves and their family. And once you can get yourself and your family straight as possible, from then it's up to you to, do what you want in terms of charity, in terms of, helping out the world, being philanthropic. And you can even do that on the way, towards, reaching the top of your journey. And on the flip side, as a black person born in lesser circumstance, or as a person of color born in a lesser circumstance, you aren't supposed to beg and whine and complain about your situation, because there's always somebody born in a worse situation than you are. There's always somebody born with less than you have. So you have to make do with what you have, make do with the cards you were dealt, and get it out the mud. You got to work hard, and you got to apply yourself in whatever you do. Do good in school if you can manage, get a nice job, work hard, find a side hustle, have a family, start a business, do what you need to do. But women like this, who blame white people for everything and think that black people or people of color are basically charity cases, nah, you can miss me with all that. But let me know what you thought about this in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe when we're at the door. Until next time, you guys, I'm out of here. Peace.